roll tide. Fuck Tuscaloosa in every city that's close by. Bitch ass hillbilly redneck fans. Auburn almost caught y'all slacking like dress pants. Michigan trash, they ain't got a damn chance. Only Wolverine I respect is X-Man. Sheen ass coach got exposed, still in plays. Damn right I'm bitter, y'all sweeter than lemonade. Texas ain't shit to rave about. The Longhorns only good at a steakhouse. Had y'all like number 3, I was like, no way. Y'all lost to Oklahoma, which means y'all just okay. And Washington not important. Y'all be some ducks acting like that's vital as the order.
Yes. The TinyHatCEO has returned to the Renegade Roast. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody on Twitter. Take your ass over to YouTube and hit that like and subscribe button. Get in the chat because I know y'all got a lot of mouth, and I know tonight's going to be one of them nights, so I'm just waiting on it. And, of course, shout out to my beautiful co-host, my FSU Harley Quinn. What is going on, Jen? How you doing, girl?
I'm good. How are you?
You know, I'm straight. You know, listen, of course, I'm doing better now. You got on that sweater, got your shoulder meat out.
Oh.
Look like that sweater is made of what is that, dining cloth material. That look like. We could just put that right over the dining room table, have us a nice Thanksgiving spread on that, girl.
Just from Amazon.
Can
Nothing
I get
special.
to the yams? Sweet yams. All right, enough of that. We gonna get into it, man. We got a lot to go over today. And of course, I'm really actually more focused on talking about our squad this week.
Right.
We ain't really got too much else, but so of course, Florida State plays the Shames, the University of Coral Gables Hurricanes on Saturday. They drop the ball. They lose it 28-22. And before I start, kind of going off about all of that, give me your thoughts on the game overall. How did you feel? What was you sipping on? And did you have to pass out immediately after the game, or were you up just wallowing in misery watching the game again like I was?
Well, buying gummies and in stores here is legal, so I'm not going to confirm or deny that that's something I partook in. But I will say that I kind of thought the game was going to go this way before I even turned it on, not to be negative, but I said it last week. People got mad at me. You got mad at me.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, surprisingly, Mario has stayed out of the way most of these games. I mean, I know at the end of Notre Dame, he had some problems, and versus Florida, he had some issues, but he hasn't made these insane things. And God willing, it would have happened with us. We know that. And then Miami would have faltered. But for me, I think the Miami game being so early, they usually don't fall off until after they lose to Florida State, right? Then they just can't win any games after that. And so it was too early for that to happen. Penn State had already lost,
Mm-hmm.
and Florida was beating Texas. So I wasn't going to get a great day in football. I already knew that, so it is what it is.
Yeah, it was nuts. I was happy that I guess I could be happy that Texas lost as well. I don't give a shit about that. I wanted Florida to lose. They fucked up my 2-10 for Florida on the season, but it's whatever. And then Penn State losing, that's just what that is. We'll talk about them later. But when it comes to us, I wholeheartedly thought we would be able to get out there. Like I said before the game, Miami didn't do anything that scared me at all.
No.
They ran the ball. We could stop the run. They really hadn't showed any type of passing attack outside of 5-yard catch and runs, and then the hero balls that Beck was throwing, and them boys making them crazy ass circus catches. And that's what he did. That's the same thing he did. We shut the run down. And before I even go that route, let me go ahead and just acknowledge this real quick. Yeah, y'all won. All right, y'all got your little victory. All of the Shames fans that are in here bumping their gums, y'all got the victory. I got to atone for all my lies I told in the offseason. I did say 10-2, and I'm still sticking by that. But we did catch that L. We did catch that L. Now, are y'all happy? Y'all happy I said what I said? Y'all won the game. Congratulations. You won the game. The University of Coral Gables Hurricanes beat the Florida State Seminoles. All right? Y'all got that? Y'all got that. I don't want to hear nobody saying that I ain't give no credit. Miami won the game. All right? Thank you. Now we gonna get to this real talk. Miami ain't do shit that scared me again. And this is what's most frustrating about this raggedy ass motherfucking game. All right. This is why I'm hot behind this raggedy ass game. I'm gonna give Miami credit. Everything Miami said fans told me about their team, half of it was lies and half of it was true. What were the lies? Y'all told me y'all was gonna have a career running night against Florida State. Y'all didn't even get 100 yards rushing. All right, that was a flat out lie. Y'all told me that y'all were gonna scheme some shit up and do X, Y, and Z and blah 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 blah. Your scheme was exactly what the Florida State defense knew you were gonna do. Our players were just that shitty on Saturday night where they didn't bother to tackle nobody for the second week in a row. All right, y'all told me that Malachi Tony was gonna go out there and dominate the game, and he 100% did get his ass out there and dominate the game. Not gonna say nothing bad about Malachi Tony. That boy is an absolute monster. But when we start to look at what the game was, because I keep seeing this in the chat, the game wasn't close. It wasn't close. Oh, we blew y'all out, blah, blah, blah. Sure, the score was 28-3 at one point. Now, not saying that you're wrong, but when you look at the actual film and watch the game itself, Florida State had wide open receivers in your defense. My quarterback missed them. Florida State scheme put the players in position to stop your offense. Our players didn't make the tackles. All right. Your quarterback scored through 4 touchdowns. One was on a slant from the 5-yard line. Any quarterback in college football can do that. Another one was on a screen that went 40 plus yards to the house. Any quarterback in college football can do that. One was a nice deep bomb. We give him credit for that. And then the fourth one that he scored was, again, another 5-7 yard hitch that he took to the house because our players couldn't tackle. So what exactly did your quarterback do that makes him some sort of world beater? Because now I got people walking up with sending me DMs and sending me messages claiming that your quarterback is a Heisman candidate. Really? Beck is a Heisman candidate? This is what we doing? They out here telling me that your offense was unstoppable. We couldn't stop y'all, ... But I distinctly remember in that entire second half, outside of them 2 plays that y'all busted, what did your offense do? We shut your entire run game down, and your passing game was non-existent in the fourth quarter. And it wasn't like y'all were missing throws. We were putting that pressure on them. Yeah, and then they want to turn around and tell me, well, we called the dogs off. No, the fuck you didn't. And if any Miami fan that comes to you and tells you that they called the dogs off in the second half when the game got out of hand, they a bold-faced lie and they don't know what the fuck they talking about. Because, Jay, you know football, right?
I don't know. It depends on who's believing me or not, because I just a girl.
All right, cool. Let me ask you this. If a defense rushes four players, is that a blitz? Is that a pressure?
Yeah.
So is that a blitz?
Yeah.
4?
Yeah.
Okay. If they rush 3, is that pressure? Is that a blitz?
I don't know. I didn't hear your question. I'm sorry. I'm listening to these people saying we're coping really hard. And I'm
No.
like, do y'all know what coping is? This isn't
They
coping.
They don't know what coping means.
This is a clear boomer trying to use like the young kids' words like cope. You know what I mean? Like, dude, you've got to get it right. If you're going to like make fun of people, be correct. Like, come correct for it. Because otherwise it's like, what's he saying? Cope?
Yeah.
No, if we're making fun of our own team, that's not coping. Oh my God.
Not. Right. But again, shout out to RQ, because me and RQ have definitely gone back and forth. He gonna have every right to get in here and talk wild records, because I stay talking wild records to him. Your team's still ass though. All right. But let's go basic football. If a defense rushes 4, that's not a blitz. Right? If they rush 5 or more, that's a blitz. That's you bringing pressure, right? Can we all agree on that? Okay.
Yeah.
Miami in the fourth quarter, 3rd and 4th quarter, not only were they calling 4 and 5 man rushes, so they were calling 5 and 6 man rushes, right? You were doing it with your starters. So when you tell me that you're in a prevent defense, you didn't go into a prevent defense at all. Your defense did not call off the dogs at all. Go back and watch the game. Ruben Bain was in there late 3rd quarter, early 4th quarter. Mesidor was in there late 3rd, early 4th. Every single one of your D linemen was in there 3rd and 4th. Y'all were blitzing and sending people out there. You guys were not calling off the dogs in that 4th quarter, at the end of that 3rd and in that 4th quarter. And you know why we all know that this is the case? Because we saw your C cup titty coach running up and down the sideline with his face scrunched up looking like Mr. Magoo, because he knew that if they took their feet off the gas, that there was a shot Florida State was going to come back. And he was damn near right, because we went out there and we made sure that we made the game more competitive in the 4th quarter. If my quarterback plays the way that he played in the 4th quarter all game, we are having an entirely different conversation. In the 4th quarter, he didn't miss wide open receivers. In the 4th quarter, he didn't automatically take off and try to run for 4 yards and fall. He actually ran to the line of scrimmage, keeping his eyes downfield, and hit the wide open receiver, something he didn't do in the first 3 quarters at all. Go back and watch the game. He had time in the first. Y'all told me your defensive line was the greatest defensive line in college football. Y'all told me that everybody on that D line was going to get so much pressure on Castellanos that he wasn't going to know what to do. And I'm here to tell you right now, go back and watch the game. That entire first quarter, y'all didn't get any type of actual pressure on him until the 3rd series of the game. The 3rd series of the game. Bain, Mesidor, all of them boys, they went out there and won the game. But I'm telling you this right now. I watched the film. Go watch the film. It's actually on my timeline right now. You can go click it. Go click it and watch the film. Shout out to the boys at X's and O's. They breaking it down for you right then and there. And every single play from that very first series, the 2nd series, and the 3rd series, Castellanos has time to deliver the ball to the wide open receivers. He missed the passes. That's not to say that y'all did anything spectacular. Your players are good. Bain is a monster. Mesidor is a monster. Yeah.
The
them boys
secondary is improved from last year.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
secondary is a lot better from last year. Your linebacker play is way better than what the fuck we got going on the other side. But again, this is the same thing that I said. Shout out to D-Rod. Shout out D-Rod. Y'all boys got the dub. I'm going to give you that. But again, I said this before. Your defense did not do anything spectacular to make me worried about y'all at all. My quarterback had wide open receivers running in the seams. My quarterback had underneath routes. The run game was there. We had it. He was missing the plays. Y'all quarterback hit their plays, their big plays. Ours missed them. And if you break it down, y'all had 5 explosives. You scored on what? 3 of the 5? We had what? 2 explosives? And we didn't score on either one of them. That's your ball game right there. Ball game right there. So give me your thoughts on the game when you watched it. Because I know your ass was like just at the bottom of a Coors Light bottle or at the end of a 12-pack when you was watching that shit.
Yes and no. I mean, I think from watching the team last year, I think this team is absolutely 100% improved. That being said, there was a lot of things that went on in this game that looked a lot like last week. Maybe they're believing their own hype a little bit too much. They're not coming out and starting very good. And they did that versus Virginia. They did it, Saturday night. I know they kicked a field goal at the beginning. Big whoopity whoop whoop do. Okay. I'm glad it went through. Fine. I only get one shot off half a shot off of field goals though. So, just saying that's for good luck. I just, I think they need to come out with a little bit more. They got to act like they want to be playing. They're acting like they're playing a bunch of scrubs. And maybe that was the Kent State. Maybe that was those damn teams that they started with after that huge, win against Alabama where you're over the moon. And it just brought them to where, oh my God, we don't barely have to do anything because we're just so special now. And no, you've got to start off with fire, and I'm just not seeing it. And it's annoying because, like you said, once the game starts playing, there's no reason they should have lost to Virginia. There's none.
Not at all. Not at all.
Like absolutely none. And it's hard to deal with, just when you're sitting there looking at it, just going, what are y'all doing? Why can't you just focus? I don't know if they need to make Adderall more available, something. Y'all got to do something. Just saying.
Uh-huh. I'm with you on that. And when I'm looking at this, a lot of the same stuff that we said last week is the same thing now. The linebacking play has to improve. It didn't. I mean, they were able to stop the run, but that's because we sold out to stop the run. But uh, on Malachi Tony, outside of that one deep bomb that he got, he embarrassed the linebacking core. They picked on our linebackers, and then Jerry Wilson. Jerry Wilson is not bad. And I want to say this: he is a DB. I don't think he's bad by any means, but the man had to cover all night long. He had to run and run and run. And I saw what Miami's annoying ass OC said, where he's like, if you're gonna sell out to stop the run, then your corners better be able to cover. And tonight they couldn't. And he said it with that smirk on his face. And I'm not even mad about it because he's 100% right.
Yeah.
Our corners did not cover. We did not tackle. Earl Little, for the second game in a row, had a rough game. Could not bring somebody down in space. Was not able to wrap up and do what he needed to do. And I saw the same thing out of 31 as well. Our DBs and that back set that everybody wanted to talk about the front seven. It wasn't the front seven. It was the back seven that had the problems. That was where the problems were. Them boys were the ones that weren't doing it. Shout out Cody Johnson with the $5 super chat. Bring Jimbo back and get some real recruits. Jimbo was clearly lobbying for a job on ACC Network. We in year 6. And you know what? I'm glad that you brought that
I'm here
up.
for it. I'm here
glad
for
that you
it.
brought that up.
Sorry.
Because I shit you not, that is the next thing that I have on my list on my show notes right here on my trusty Tiny Hat FBI issued BlackBerry. And it said, what the hell happened? All right. Recruited. That's what it is. The one thing that you notice about that team, all right, after everything that we just went over right there, Miami has dudes. They got them big ass motherfuckers that do work. They got names that you can go out here and throw out. All right, they got Bain, they got Mesidor, they got this, they got that. They recruit their ass off. They recruit. We had to scheme some shit up to be able to make them boys get out of position. And for the most part, Gus did do a good job of that. If we had a quarterback that, I put it this way, if we had Jordan Travis on that team on Saturday, I think we beat Miami.
Maybe, yeah.
I think so, because I don't think Jordan Travis misses those wide open receivers, and I think he uses his legs to look downfield more than just to take off and run. But I think that if we had a better
Jordan's
running
also not
quarterback,
like 5'8", right?
that's the other thing. I 100% believe that. You could say I'm wrong all you want, Casey. You could say I'm wrong all you want, but show me a time where Jordan Travis had Show me a time where Jordan Travis had an offensive line that would give him time like he had. Show me a time where Jordan Travis used his legs and didn't look downfield to try to see if he could still make the pass. That was the thing that Jordan Travis did. He was able to move away and scurry away and still keep his eyes up to look downfield to see what's what, and he would take off if he needed to. I honestly think that if we had a quarterback that was a little bit more savvy to look downfield and throw the ball while using his legs, that game, we can definitely win that game. Even make it closer. It would never get to 28-3. Because again, if you think I'm bullshitting, when Tommy did this shit in the fourth quarter, he did it in the fourth quarter. You were still bringing pressure. You still had your starters in. When he started using his legs and looking downfield to throw the ball, he went down the field no problem and put points up on your defense. We saw it. But either way, back to what we were talking about. Recruiting. We got a lot of needs on this team. And that goes to something that I've seen a lot of people say, and that's something that I definitely want to touch on there, which is we need to get better linebacking core. We need to get a D-line core. We need more defensive linemen. We definitely need more offensive tackles and more offensive linemen, because this is what happens when you have a team that is built full of mercenaries. That's what they are. This is a good team. It is a good team. The problem that this team ran into is that you've played a top 5 team in the Hurricanes, you played a top 10 team in Bama, and then you played another top 15 team in Virginia, top 15, top 20 team in Virginia. Those are the 3 teams that are the toughest on your schedule. And then you have another team at the end of the year in Florida that's going to have a lot of talent on that squad. They may not be good, but they're still going to have a lot of talent on the squad. So the problem that Florida State has, and I'm shout out to Bud Elliott. I saw this when I was looking at his show earlier, but he definitely said this, and that's something that I definitely believe, which is you got 3 rivals that are all about talent acquisition. That's all they're about. Miami, if Mario's not going to do anything else, he gonna find a way to lose a game. Hell, he almost found a way to lose this game. I saw so many Shames fans go, "Why wouldn't you kick the field goal? Why you going for it on 4th down? Kick the field goal. Kick the field goal." Y'all, he still made the mistake. He tried to give us this game too. We just couldn't pull it out. But if he's not gonna coach in game, the one thing he gonna do is make sure that y'all got dogs on that squad. He gonna recruit his ass off. That's what he gonna do. He gonna recruit his ass off. And that's something that we have never done under Mike Norvell at Florida State. He's able to get a few players here and there out the portal. But in terms of us having those top 10, top 5 recruiting classes like Miami has all the time, we haven't been able to do that yet. We don't have an ace recruiting staff that way. And that's why I see a lot of people jumping back on the Jimbo train. Here, everybody found out that Jimbo was calling this game on the AC Sit Network, and they rushed over there. I want to see what the damn ratings were on the ACC Network game, because if that ain't where all of the Florida State fans were, god damn, boys want Jimbo to do everything. Did you listen to Jimbo?
Yeah, I did.
Did you want Jimbo back?
I think he could be back in like a recruiter style, probably not head coach. I don't think Jimbo, and I'm going to say this in a nice way, I don't think he can get over what happened in his personal life, and a lot of people don't. And I think that had, I mean, look what happened to him at Texas A&M. I think it was still bothering him then. He hasn't been the same guy since that happened, and nobody else can tell me otherwise. I'm sorry. The guy can recruit, but he's just not running a team, because the person who held his life down at home for so long to where he didn't have to worry about home issues at all. That, you know what I mean? That is a big time issue. And now he's I'm just saying, now he's got to worry that, because, there's a stepmother in the picture, and this is, you're doing co-parenting and all these things, and he has to participate. And I don't think that's how he's built. I'm just saying, I'm not saying he's a bad father. I'm saying he is putting father ahead of that. And I'm saying, with being a head coach, he can't compartmentalize anymore. He can't do it. And that's a hard thing to do.
I can see that, bro.
Yeah.
Casey, you want some nut ass shit? Y'all can't afford to pay Mike to leave. Stuck with him, and I'm personally all for it. Bro, don't let this shit fool you. You think that Florida State can't get rid of Mike right now if they don't want to? If they wanted to, you really think that Florida State, if Florida State wanted to get rid of Mike Norvell right now, you think they couldn't get the money together to do that shit?
Miami fans are worried about anybody else's coach when they've gone through like 8 in like 9 years. What are they talking about?
Bro, and then half of them
they get a new coach like every 2 years. Every 2 years.
Hey,
and y'all are, and Miami fans broke as hell. Let's discuss it.
Jeff Cameron gotta say that, bro.
Yeah, he's got to say that. Y'all had folding chairs and card tables in your locker rooms as of like 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's just not go there. You had mold in your players' like dorm rooms that they didn't want to stay in. Like, please stop. Please stop.
I love these cats from DJU to Tommy C. Y'all broke. See, this right here, Charles King, is how I know you don't know the difference between somebody who has money and doesn't want to spend it, and somebody who has money and they spend it. And they spend it all willy-nilly.
It's called new money.
Right. Florida State has the bread. Florida State is being very strategic and smart with how they spend their bread. So let's go ahead and go over this. Florida State wanted Cam Ward. Am I wrong?
Of course they did.
Okay. Did Florida State offer Cam Ward and try to get Cam Ward?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did Cam Ward make a decision where he wanted to go?
Yes, the NFL.
And where did he want to go initially?
Ohio State or the NFL.
Okay. And when he did not get the NFL grade, where did he want to go?
Whoever would pay him $1 million.
And did Florida State want to pay him that money?
I don't think so. I'm not saying they didn't. I don't believe so. I think If you look at what they got DJU for,
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe that they were offering him that type of money.
Right.
Nor were
Mm-hmm.
they going to.
Exactly. So it's
Yeah.
not that they couldn't offer him the money. Miami just said, here, we'll pay you whatever you're asking for. And
Yeah.
Florida State said, no, you guys can go ahead and do that. We're going to go and spend our money strategically. So we end up with DJU, and you guys ended up with Cam Ward. It's no different from what happened this season. Mike went out and got the offensive coordinator, and he said, what type of quarterback do you need? He said, well, I recruited that guy. You've seen him up close. Bring him here. And that's how we have this quarterback that is on whatever salary that he's on right now at a discounted rate. It's not that they are broke. They are choosing how they're going to spend their money. And this is why you're seeing all of the anger out of the fan base, specifically people like Jeff Cameron and people like the people that I'm seeing all over the place, all over the timeline, who's saying you're getting the investment from the school. You got to be able to win with the resources that you got, Mike. You got to be able to win with the resources that you got, Mike. That's what you're seeing over and over again. Hell, I just watched an hour-long video of Bud Elliott and them boys over there at the Nolecast say that there is buy-in from the program. He's got to get better players, and you get better players by dropping the bag. That's essentially what they said. Yep. So again, if Florida State wants to boot Mike Norvell, they'll get his ass up out of here. They don't want to boot Mike Norvell because they don't want to pay the 50. But if the back was to the wall, they'll get his ass up out of here with the quickness. The hat will be passed.
I think if he doesn't make a bowl game, I think that is exactly what will happen. But you've got to. It's literally week 5 or whatever. We'll see. I guess we'll have to see how they play this. With 2 losses back to back, that's going to be hard. So we'll have to see. I don't feel like predicting the future. I'm not good at that. If I was, I'd go buy lottery tickets and be a lot richer and would not be here with you guys on this fine Tuesday night. But, and by the way, I wouldn't tell anybody that I won the lottery. Nobody, not my immediate family. Nobody would know. Y'all just going to find me missing. That's it.
It'll be a whole bunch of people that thought they had my phone number. You thought that was my number.
I got that new special billionaire plan,
Shit, nope. My phone number would still be the same, man. When this phone number that's dialing up, I'll be like, oh shit, I'm gonna see the last time you called this phone, and if it is not within the calendar year of 2025, I ain't answering it. That's how that should go. That's how that should go. But let's talk about that. So, in all honesty, Mike ain't getting fired. I'm not gonna say Mike is getting fired, but I see Casey's stupid ass in here talking about how y'all broke and still and okay with losing. See, this is the lame ass shit that I be talking about out of these Shames fans, bro. These boys, they won 4 games, 5 games, whatever it is, and now they feel like they on top of it. These are the same people who had the greatest quarterback in the history of their program last season, and they don't have an ACC title to show for it. They don't have no playoff berth to show for it. They don't even have a bowl win to show for the shit. So you can get all your trolls off, and it's okay. But you got your little victory, so you got every right to say that. But Mike not getting fired. And in all honesty, this team was built so that he would not get fired. The team was on vacation last year. So what did they do? They came in, they patchworked some shit together, and they said, based on the schedule that we got, we can win 6 to get us to the bowl. We can win 8, hopefully. And we should be able to do this. That's why a lot of people saying 8-4. And of course, the 4 games that all of those 8-4 fence-sitting ass motherfuckers picked was Bama, Miami, Clemson, and Florida as the 4 games that we would lose. And I told all of them that they were soft, and I'm still standing on that. Y'all all soft, and y'all sitting on the fence. Like, get the fence out your asshole and go stand on something. Pick a side. I still said that this team should be 10-2, and I'm gonna stand on that. We beat Bama, and if you beat Bama the way we beat Bama, and then you lose to Miami the way you lost to Miami, where it was a lot closer than you would think it is if you actually watched the fucking game and watch the scheme and watch the X's and O's and watch the misplays, there is nobody else on the schedule that should beat you. You should handle Pitt no problem. Pitt's got a true freshman quarterback. You should have all the pressure in the world and go run all over that shit. There's no reason you should lose to Pitt. You should bust Stanford's ass. I don't care if we got to go across the country and play at 10:30 at night. You should bust Stanford's ass. You should bust everybody's ass that's on this schedule with the only game that I will slightly give you a pass for, slightly, because I'm being generous today, is that Raleigh game on Friday night when we got to go up there to NC State. That is the only game you're gonna hear me say, if they lose that game close, I'm gonna say it's because of the Woo lady. It's because they called Doctor Strange and they went and got some magic done or some
Not
bullshit.
me. I'm going to be
They got cat
disgusted.
bones.
I'm
That's the
going to
only
be
one.
disgusted if they do that.
That's
I'm
the
going
only
to
one.
be disgusted if they do that.
That's the only game. And the only
Yeah.
reason I'm gonna give them that is because of historical precedent that we don't have we always have problems when we go up there. But you shouldn't lose that one either. You shouldn't lose that one either. My girl Daphne says she's gonna be up there. You gonna be in Raleigh? You gotta watch out for them people, dog. Gotta watch out for them people. But yeah, Mike's not getting fired. So again, he should beat everybody that's up there. And I just don't see why that's the case. 10-2 or 9-3 are the only acceptable outcomes on this season. And even then, when you look at that, it's like, okay, 10-2, 9-3. So last year you were on vacation. This year you went 10-2 or 9-3. Okay, what are you going to do next year? The problem is when you look at the way the roster is built, the young guys who either playing or not playing, you're going to be right back in the motherfucking portal again next year. Your DC and your OC haven't had a full recruiting cycle while everybody else has their whole recruiting cycle. So now you start to build this up and see what you can do with the team next season. So if you're telling me you were on vacation last year and this year you go 9-3 or 10-2, that means next year I should see ACC title, playoffs, and maybe a first or second round. That's what I should see. I want to see progression because again, this is Florida State. This is Florida State. We got rid of our legendary head coach for going 8-4 too many times. Ain't that what we did to Bobby?
Mhm.
It went 8-4 a little bit.
Had a sevener in there too.
He 8-4, 7-5. Bye, Bobby. 30 plus years. The man said, "I want one more season." They were like, "Nah, dog. We're gonna go ahead and rip this Band-Aid off." That's what they did. Got Bobby out the paint. So I don't want to hear none of this shit about us giving him grace and dot. I've been giving Mike all the grace in the world, which is why I'm giving him all the time he needs. And all the time he needs right now is only going to extend every Saturday. You better beat Pitt because I'm telling you right now, if they don't beat Pitt, I'm going to be standing outside of Mike Norvell's house with a whole squad of people behind me. I'm going to have me a microphones and a stage set up. And instead of me giving I have a dream speech like I'm Martin Luther King, it's going to be the Mike gotta leave speech. And I'm going to be up there saying free at last, free at last. I'm telling you, don't lose to Pitt. Do not lose to Pitt. All right. And then the game after that is Stanford. They better be as sharp as hell when they go out there and play Stanford. Oh, but it's 10:30 and it's 10:30 on the West Coast. It's going to be 1:30 in the morning body time. I don't want to hear that shit. It's Stanford. Florida State don't lose to Stanford. We laughed when Miami almost got clipped by Cal when they went out there. I'll be damned if I got to sit here and see Charles King and Base Jiren and this lame-ass Casey Florida and D-Rob on the timeline giving me garbage. Timmy Toucans and all of these other motherfuckers giving me shit on the timeline because we lost to Miami. I'd be damned if I give them you lost to Stanford. Ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell. I'll lose my motherfucking mind. Boy, what? I'll find Mike Norvell's phone number and start calling him from burner accounts. Hey, bro, you're going to have to go ahead and pack up. New Jack City. I'm walking up to like Nino Brown, give him that hug, tears in my eyes, kiss on the cheek. Am I my brother's keeper? Put his ass on up out the pay. You think I'm bullshit? Anyway, what do you think? So let me ask you this. Let's say we do drop this Pitt game and we lose another game from there. I don't know. Tiger Woods University, as D-Rob put it in the chat. Do you think they start looking for a new coach?
Yes.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah. I think they will start looking. I didn't say they were going to make a move mid-season if that happens. I don't think it's insane to say they would start looking because there might be some big-time job openings. I think you'd be stupid, derelict of duty if you didn't do that. Say if they lost to Pitt and then maybe to NC State. I think you'd be dumb to not. I'm not saying do it in the middle of the year. But I'm saying you'd be dumb not to start doing back channel stuff. And I 100% think that they would.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. You
Yeah.
better not lose. Casey, bro, you're slow. Can't afford to pay Mike, and definitely can't afford to pay an actual good coach. Yo, lame ass. This is the coach that we got right now went undefeated. How many times your head coach went undefeated? The coach that you're talking about right now won 10 games and then went undefeated. How many times your coach did that?
I think the cocaine has really gotten
Right.
in Casey's because he's really excited. Like,
Bro,
he's like sitting there, like shaking as he's typing these
that boy amped.
ridiculous statements out.
That boy amped. He
Yeah,
amped.
he is pumped up. It's, your nose wasn't broken. You have a deviated septum from this. Okay. Go calm it down a little bit. Maybe put some saline up there. It might clean it out.
This is the same Mike Norvell who beat them too, by the way. Just wanted to let that be known. Same Mike Norvell who whooped Miami ass so bad that they actually fired their last coach and brought in the guy they got right now, who also dropped the games to Mike Norvell as well. But that's neither here nor there. We'll go ahead and let that go. But yeah, I think so too. And then it's going to be who's on the hot board? Who's on the hot board? Because the moment Florida State is open, that's going to be the biggest job that's out there. Unless Alabama finally rips the Band-Aid off of old boy, which that I feel bad for that motherfucker. Same thing with old boy at the next school we're gonna talk about up there at Happy Valley. I mean, they just win games, they just can't get over the hump, and I don't think they ever gonna get over the hump, regardless of who is at the helm of that fucking program. But those are gonna be the people that you're gonna be looking at.
That's the one I worry about because I think that if Florida State does start going down that road, that will be somebody that they contact pretty quick. And I think he knows his seat is hot. So it would not surprise me if he would just jump. So all Florida State fans, I know Miami fans are going to sit here and go, oh, yeah, let's let them lose more games so they can hire James Franklin. Don't do that to us. Don't do that to us.
You don't want James Franklin? What's wrong with James
No, I
Franklin?
don't. He's a terrible coach. I mean, I guess he's a fine recruiter. He's a really good recruiter. The players you can get to go to Happy Valley, Penn State is crazy work.
Right. Now think about what he can do when you got this on the shirt.
Coach them out of a paper bag. And he can't hire assistant coaches either. They all suck. I mean, I'm sorry. Everybody knows I'm right about this. I'm 100% right. Now, James Franklin could just turn into Dabo. Dabo isn't allowed to actually run things, I think when we've seen that he does, he's not great. Okay? He loses Tony Elliott. He loses Brad Scott. He loses Venables. This is a problem for Dabo. Dabo can't recover. Dabo, I think, is maybe James Franklin minus the snake wrangling church. I'm not for sure. But I'm just saying, this is James Franklin should take on the CEO road and just stop meddling because he's not great at what he's doing. It's very embarrassing.
That's crazy. I just think because we're not saying that he's going to come there, but whatever. But James Franklin can recruit his ass off right now with no logo on his jersey, on his shirt.
Yeah.
But with this shit here, I think he is all over this. And the one thing that I'll say is he's at a place where they're just built to be in third place in that conference. They're built for that. Penn State is only there to make Michigan and Ohio State look better than they really are.
Third place is generous. That's generous.
That's it. So you telling me that if he can do that up there in the middle of nowhere where they got to go to a completely different airport because they can't fly they can't even fly to the West Coast from their own little airport that they got up there. You telling me that he can't get this shit done at FSU? I don't believe that one bit. I think he restocks the cupboard very quickly. We get him in here and go from there. Hold on, let me see this super chat right here. Q for life with the $4.99 super chat. Thank you for that. He says, Tiny Hat, what game did you watch? Our D-line pressured your QB all night, weirdo. And tell Becky, your co-host, 3D
Becky.
linemen rushing is not a blitz. AQ
That's
for
not
life.
what I said.
AQ for life. She said she didn't hear me, you dumb fuck. That's number one. Number two, if your stupid slow ass monkey ass would go take a look at the fucking game, again, go to the timeline. I ain't got to show you that. You tried to pressure all night. There's a difference between a QB pressure and the QB running the ball when he doesn't have to, you dumb fuck. So if you go back and take a look at the game, sir, go back and take a look at the game. That first drive, you got no pressures on him. The second drive, you got no pressures on him. You didn't get an actual QB pressure on Tommy Castellanos until the third drive of the game where you sacked him. So again, shut your dumb ass up. You one of them people who don't know shit about football except first down, touchdown, field goal. Oh, there's a flag, is holding. That's your dumb ass. That's your dumb ass. And then for all of the talk that you're doing right here, if you go back and watch the film, if my quarterback was able to take 1 second and just, instead of running the ball and look, he had wide open receivers all in your secondary, all in front of your linebackers. He has the plays there to bust your ass. He missed them. He missed them. That's what he did. So why don't you go back to your mama house or get out of your mama's basement? Stop talking about my co-host, all right? Because if you want to,
Hey,
I can
wait.
get you.
He said Becky. That means I have good hair, right? Isn't that what that means? Sorry. I had to. I had to. It was right up there. Like, I mean, if you want to compliment my hair, just say so. You know what I mean?
I can't stand you. But yes, your hair is very nice. It's all curled.
I
I
mean,
see that.
you know, if you want to hit me, like hit me, but like saying I
Be
have good
better.
hair, I mean,
Be
oh,
better.
oh
This is my
no.
that dude is beating off in his mama basement right now. As a matter of fact, I ain't blocking nobody. Hey, we don't block nobody. They can say whatever the fuck they want in this chat. I don't give a fuck. Say whatever you want. Just know we come in with the smoke too. I don't give a fuck about that. And Jen damn sure don't. If anything, he just mad because he can't be up on top of Jen, huffing and puffing, breath stinking and yawning. That's the problem. He want to be up there. But he can't even get in the same room. Can't even get in the same
You're gonna
room.
make me sick.
I know, right? He already sitting. Anyway, I think that James Franklin is on point if they wanted to get him. The one problem that you have up there, again, they're built to be third place. If James Franklin was at Florida State, I think he recruits his ass off. And even when he recruits his ass off, we're gonna give him time. He's gonna be able to get over the hump with us because he ain't gonna have to face nothing. Now the problem is, by the time we go get James Franklin, we're gonna be in the Big Ten, so he gonna have to play the same fucking teams that he already playing now. That's what we do. Hey Gary, I ain't want to answer that question, bro. Just leave that alone. Leave that alone.
Hey, that's the way I took it, so that's the way I'm gonna take
Let's leave
it.
it alone,
So,
Gary. Leave it alone, Gary.
you know, if
Uh,
you want to say something mean, just say it. Don't be like calling people nicknames and stuff because I'm gonna turn around and be like, "Oh my god, you think I have good hair? Why not? Why wouldn't I do that?"
hey, Brad, you say he lost to an 0-4 team. You right. And the coach that we got right now went 2-10 last year, allegedly. Right? Right? That's what I'm saying. Everybody has a gaff. Hell, we just saw the guy whose team just beat us last night. They blew a 21-0 lead to Syracuse last year. Everybody has an off night. Everybody got an off night. So that's what that is. It's terrible, but it happens. It happens. I'm talking about recruiting aspect though.
No, Dan Lanning is not leaving Oregon.
Bro, like
Don't even do that.
in what world is anybody leaving that Oregon program to come to Florida State
A lot of worlds.
outside of Willie Taggart?
Well, Mario left. I mean, you can't. Dan Lanning's dream job, let's be for real, he will leave for, which is Alabama or Georgia. But he did not leave for Alabama last year because who wants to follow Nick Saban? I think if DeBoer gets fired, I would watch for Dan Lanning in that position 100%. I really do.
I did not want to see that dude in the Alabama.
Oh, hell no. No. Because he's likable. He's so likable. He's not even like one of those, I don't know. He gives me like, I mean, Lane Kiffin is not likable. He's funny, but he's not likable. He's like a young Bobby Bowden. I'm sorry, that's what Dan Lanning is. He recruits that way. This is bad. It's really bad. I think, oh, I'm not kidding you. If you met Dan Lanning, like he would probably, and you met him again, he'd remember the names of your kids, like he is that type, 100%. That's what he is a young Bobby Bowden.
All right, you know what? I said we don't ever kick nobody out the chat. Cody Johnson, you are this. That's the closest that I would get somebody up out the
Oh
chat.
my
For that
God.
shit like that. I'm not even gonna repeat that bullshit. Fuck out of here. Mario would pack Dan up too, bro. This boy is. You are sniffing some pure Colombian white girl. That's what you do. I can't have somebody out here telling me that Dan Lanning is a young Bobby Bowden. I can't have that. I
And
can't
I
have
think
that.
it's 100% true.
I can't have that. And you know what's going to you know what's really going to piss me off when he finally does if he does take that Alabama job, he's not even going to have the buzz cut that he got right now or whatever that little short ass cut is. He's going to grow his hair out and start slicking the shit back like he Matthew McConaughey or somebody and have on that damn Alabama shirt. I do not want him anywhere near that fucking program. Just like I don't want Lane Kiffin anywhere near Florida's program. I need both of them to
No.
just stay where the fuck they at.
I
They
mean,
need to
I
stay where the
guess
fuck
that's
they
a
at.
nice little archway because could Florida be keeping Billy Napier?
Ooh, let's go ahead and talk about that real quick. So we had a couple of other games outside of ours. Of course, Penn State lost to UCLA 42-37, which
I
is fucking
mean,
hilarious.
yeah.
Hilarious. Nico torched them boys. Nico, you think we can snatch Nico out the portal? Replace Tommy? You'd be shocked how
No,
many people sent me that shit.
stop it.
You'd
No.
be shocked how many people was like, "Do you think we can get Nico? You think Nico will replace Tommy?" I'm like, "Are you high? Are you
No.
Casey? Is that what we doing over here? Are you Casey Florida high right now?"
Look, Nico is the biggest disaster that's ever hit college sports that I've ever seen. I can't believe the stock plummet he had, only for James Franklin to be like, hold my beer. I'm going to help you out for a minute. I guess he's a giver that way. I don't know. Maybe Nico's dad has his claws in James Franklin. Maybe he'll transfer to Penn State next because, James Franklin's got to get rid of sorry ass Drew Aller, who was too busy sexting women to get ready for a game, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah, so Florida beats Texas. And are we serious that they could keep Billy Napier now? I 100% believe this. I do.
Listen. I need that. I need Florida to realize the error in their ways. Billy Napier has the ear and the hearts of his team.
Mm-hmm.
That man has his
They
finger on
love
the
him.
pulse of the program. Okay, that brother knows. He just needs more time. Florida, don't make a mistake. All right, you got rid of Muschamp. You got rid of McElwain. You got rid of Mullen. Don't make the mistake again and get rid of Billy Napier. He is everything that you need. He's everything that you need. He's got recruits.
Mm-hmm.
He's got you a generational quarterback talent.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
He's got an offensive scheme that is putting up points on a Texas defense that we were told preseason was one of the top, if not the top team in the country. Like, you only get to do things like that when you are on point. All right, Florida, y'all got to give that brother 2 or 3 more years. He's right there. He's right there. Right there. Of course, Florida beat Texas, 29-21. Somebody said Billy Napier out here looking like Cooter from Andy Griffith. Listen, if you are not over the age of like 45, you do not understand that reference. And I'm not over the age of 45, but I understand that because my grandma was country as fuck. That is hilarious. That is 100% hilarious. Because he does look like Cooter from Andy Griffith, which is terrible. But yeah, so Florida beat Texas. Penn State lost. And of course, both of them are not ranked in this fraud ass AP poll this week. And they gave Florida State some love. We still at 25, baby. We still at 25, baby.
That's kind of crazy. Wait, Jeremiah Smith coming home next year, by the way. Sure. Jeremiah Smith is going to the NFL next year.
Stupid ass little boy.
Are you serious? He's going to be like a top 5 pick. That's insane. And does Miami lose to SMU? Normally, I would say yes, maybe, possibly that could be on the horizon. I don't think so with this SMU team, but they're going through some issues there too. Their coach is flirting with another job right now. So, that's, Rhett Lashley is supposedly being wooed by Jerry Jones, right?
To do what?
Arkansas.
Oh, I was going to say, who? He going to Dallas? Ain't no fucking way.
Yeah.
Ew. Would you take Dallas over would you take Arkansas over the SMU job?
100%.
Really?
Yeah.
That's got to be a money grab.
Yes.
It's got to be a money grab.
Yeah, you've got idiots like Jerry Jones who just like to blow through money and they don't really care how much you win, right? Or, Tyson Chicken and Walmart. That's some serious money. That is some money that they throw into it. Now, and by the way, the fat people in Arkansas, they don't really care if they win a lot. Give them 6 or 7 wins. They don't care. That's easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Hey, Adongbe, say another dumbass comment like that. I'm gonna run down on your shit. Get Mike Gundy. I don't want Mike Gundy nowhere near my program at all. The fuck out of here.
He could be like press office, right? We need him to go out there and do the press conference. Yeah,
like a
PR.
press secretary.
Yes, press secretary. Let's do that. I think that's perfect.
Just send him out there to never answer a question.
Yeah, with the reporters. Like, if ESPN asks one of those dumbass questions, he can just be like, "What?
Like, did you really just ask me that?" This is why I couldn't do that job, because they'll ask me a question. I'd be like, "You really felt like that was a good question?"
Yeah, Gary, I did see ESPN has removed Feinbaum. That's
Stupid
crazy. Did y'all watch his interview with Clay Travis? I think that's why he got fired. He was talking about how ESPN has suppressed like interviews he did. He got an interview with Donald Trump before an LSU Bama game, and ESPN put the squash on it because they didn't want him. They said they didn't do politics, and he said, "That's interesting because Andy Katz is at the White House every other year." This was I think Trump's first year when that happened. So he was like, "Wait a minute, y'all send Andy Katz to the White House every so," and he said that out loud. It's crazy, but yeah, I think they've every crazy shit that Paul Feinbaum has, right? All this crap. He had a guy on his show that admitted to like poison the trees at Auburn, right?
Yep.
Got his ass arrested and put in jail for this. And then he says something like, "Oh, they wouldn't let me have an interview." And they're like, oh my God, we've got to get rid of this guy. He's called wives of coaches whores mouths and like all these other things.
Facts.
That wasn't an issue. It was them saying, him calling out the fact that ESPN like crushed an interview he got approved for and the president said yes to. That's where they were like, "Oh my God, let me clutch our pearls harder."
Hey,
what?
Hey, you fucked around and found out, bro. You thought you was Stephen A. Smith and learned real quick.
Yep, and he was not Stephen A. Like, only Stephen A. can get away with that shit. You are not Stephen A. Paul. No, you're not.
You're a little too. Your britches are a little too big for you, bro. That's what it was. You got too big for your britches. Ain't that what my old grandma said?
I can't believe it. Britches. That's crazy.
Yeah,
and that's exactly what did it.
Thought shit was sweet, and you learned real quick. you ain't all that, Paul. You ain't all that, Paul. Somebody said,
"Oh my God, his caller." Yes, he was talking about how he was going to run for Senate. Oh yeah.
See, this is Tommy Tuberville's fault. And I blame the whole state of Alabama. See, this is why don't nobody like that raggedy ass fucking state. Y'all went and got he wasn't even no coach at Alabama. He was a coach at Auburn. And y'all let that motherfucker become a senator. And now y'all got Paul Feinbaum thinking that he gonna be able to run for
they needed
Senate.
an Auburn and an Alabama side, right? So like, Feinbaum is like the Alabama, orgy story.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
so
100%.
That's what this is. So one senator.
Actually, to be fair, I think Tuberville is running for governor. And like,
Ew.
and Paul Feinbaum wants to take his seat. I was just making the joke that you need an
That
Auburn and Alabama side,
that
but yeah,
would be fantastic
yeah,
if they were like, "Hey, we got one Alabama senator and one
yeah.
Auburn senator, and one's the senior and one's the junior."
And
And guess which one is
like
winning?
if Tuberville may not win, even though I think he's up by like 15 points. I love this
Uh,
stuff. It's like watching soap operas to me, but I think he's up like 15
or
points. But
Bravo.
like, oh, I love this type of shit. But like, I think for me, if I were Alabama fans, they're going to be whining if he wins. They're going to say, "Oh, he's making laws just for Auburn and us poor little Alabama. We're being left out in the cold like a bunch of homeless children who have no homes."
I hate them
Mm.
people. You
Oh,
get what you deserve, stupid ass. Somebody,
it's like Trip from Harvard trying to like get into the Skulls Club, who's like, "Oh, I'm being discriminated against because I don't have a black card." You know what I mean? Rich people problems. That's what
facts.
Alabama fans have, is rich people problems.
Well, hey, Feinbaum, go get on that unemployment line,
Hmm.
bruh. Go get
Hmm.
on that unemployment line. You'll be all right. All right, what we been doing? About an hour. All right, my favorite story from the weekend.
Yo,
We
yes.
doing it. We doing
Oh,
it.
we have to.
All right,
Hmm.
we have Florida State in their debacle. We have, the Shames out here running their motherfucking mouths. Like, fuck all y'all Shames fans. Y'all still can't go to that campus. You got Penn State losing. You got Florida beating Texas. You got Paul Feinbaum. I'm finding out right now got fired, which is hilarious to me.
I think he's
Um,
just been removed.
whatever. I don't care what it
Yeah.
is. If he off TV and they somehow got your ass out the paint, which is fucking hilarious to me. But whatever, bro. But no, the best story of the weekend, actually, before we get to my favorite story of the weekend, did you see my Jags last night? Did you see Trevor Lawrence? You see Sunshine? That boy fell like a white woman running from Michael Myers. Hiked the ball, fell over, stood up and fell over again, hopped up and ran his happy ass into the end zone. That boy Trevor had
I
my
want to
Jags.
know,
Nice
how
job,
many
baby.
chances does somebody like Trevor Lawrence get before our guy Jameis gets another one? I just want to
Oh,
know.
this is easy work. Listen, Jameis
Hmm.
doesn't have long flowing hair. Jameis doesn't have blue eyes. And Jameis does not have an organization that's willing to give him whatever he want, whatever he need. We've seen Jameis throw too many interceptions. That's what it is. But Sunshine throwing interceptions left and right. Last night,
Hello.
Sunshine got his ass out there and led the Titans down the fucking field so that we could beat TC Williams Titans down the field so that we could punch that shit in. We got on Kansas City's ass last night. Patrick Mahomes ain't know what the fuck to do with that defense. And then Trevor went downfield and he was dotting that shit. He was dotting it. And then he was using his legs too. And then they got down to the red zone, and I shit you not, this man hiked the ball, fell backward, tried to stand up and fell down again. Again, I'm telling you, he's like a white woman running from Michael Myers. That's the only way I can explain it. And then he got up, he jumped over somebody who got pancake blocked on the ground, and then he dove into the end zone and then stood up with the whole "I'm him" and "let's go" and this, that, and the third. It was hilarious, hilarious. Shout out to all my Jags fans. There you go, Daphne Duval. I'm never saying that shit at all. It's the Jags. I'm from Fort Lauderdale. I won't do that shit. You ain't see this, Jen?
I mean, I saw it. I just don't like the Jags. I'm a Bucks fan. You know that.
Ugh,
Hmm.
a house divided. That's what that
Yeah.
is. A house divided.
Yeah.
Ugh. Anyway, that was my second favorite. That was my second favorite joint.
Ugh.
So that was
Ugh.
cool.
Ugh. Yet one of us got to celebrate a Super Bowl win, recently or ever.
But you fighting dirty.
Hmm.
Now you fighting dirty. Okay.
Hmm.
All right. Just know.
Just know what?
Nope. I'm leaving that shit alone. Anyway, my favorite story over the weekend, and it's equal parts funny and sad at the same fucking time. Mark Sanchez,
No,
bro.
it's funny.
Why don't you tell them what happened with Mark Sanchez and why Mark Sanchez had me dying at this story? This was hilarious.
Well, Mark Sanchez, who has always been a little bit of an elitist, shall we say, just, I don't know, always trying to do things and take things that, aren't his or doesn't belong to him, or she said no, one of those two things.
Oh,
I didn't say it. Allegedly. Allegedly. However, this Saturday night, right?
yeah,
It was Saturday, right?
it
Saturday
sure
night.
was. Yep.
This man wasted, by the way, in the great words of Todd Chrisley, nothing good happens when you are out after 12 a.m. and nothing is open except the ER and some random whore's legs that you're going to get in trouble with. Okay? Get your ass at home. You do not be needing to cut off alleys in random areas of Indianapolis to do wind sprints. That's not, you're not entitled to that alley. And you've got some poor guy in his truck trying to like do his job and pour out, what was it? Like some sort of, like he was doing his job. It was like,
The man like collects old grease from
yes,
like
it was like the
restaurants
old
and
grease.
food
Yes,
trucks
yes,
and
yes.
shit. He's the grease man. That's what
Yeah.
he is.
And so Mark Sanchez is like, oh my God, how dare you? While I'm trying to run wind sprints at 12 something at night. This is a huge deal for him. And he starts breaking into this guy's car, dragging him out of the car. I don't know what all happened, but I know,
So
allegedly, that someone's nether regions, along with his abdomen, were stabbed. Allegedly.
that boy got poked up in the
In the
gut. He got
groin.
his guts and his groin blew out. Oh Lord.
Mhm.
But from what I saw, they said that the man was like driving his truck and he was like parked somewhere, and Mark Sanchez didn't like where he was parked or how he was parked. So he starts with the shits. Now the man's like 68, 69 years old. And then they came out and said that he didn't have his hearing aids in, so he didn't even understand what the fuck Mark Sanchez was saying. And when he was like, yo, you got to talk to the manager or whatever it is, then Sanchez tried to run up on him. So old boy was like, yo, hit him with the pepper spray. Ah, ah, hit him with the bear mace to the face. And Mark Sanchez, thinking that he's like T1000 some shit, was like, nah, oh no, nigga, let's get it on. And kept it moving. And then the old man was like, nah, we got to scrap. And while they scrapping, he had to hit him with the poker. I caught him with the pig to the gut a few times. And then there's a video of Sanchez like stumbling away or like walking down the street stumbling, whatever. He goes to the hospital. The old man goes to the hospital, and then they drop the photos of him, and he looked like he got work. It was rough. Sanchez was out here beating up on senior citizens. That boy had to be. And then they come out and they say,
Math.
and then here's the wild part to me, because of course, if somebody is a celebrity or in a big city has some shit happen, it's gotta be our fault that it happened. Shout out to everybody on Outkick, lame ass motherfucker. Look at the inner cities. That's a bunch of fatherless Negroes. They just knew it was us.
Oh, I did not hear that.
Yeah. Shout out to Dan Dockett, puss ass. Yeah,
Oh.
Dan Dockett said that it was us who did it. Turns out Mark Sanchez ran down on a man that was a hardworking, salt of the earth, blue collar worker. Ran down on that man.
White guy too. Ran down the white man who sat there and stabbed the fuck out of him.
Tried to beat that old man ass, got stabbed up. And then when he woke up in the hospital, they were like, hey, bro, do you realize what you did out here? He was like, I have no recollection. They was like, yeah, take these bracelets, nigga. You going to jail. Like, put his ass in the jail, dog. That's what it is. That old man got stomped out. But of course, they tried to make it say like, "What's up, Dan Dockett, your bitch ass?" I cussed him out on the timeline quite a few times. I'm pretty sure he got me blocked. But either way, hey, Sanchez, bro, I don't know what kind of powder you on. I don't know what you. I see you drinking here on that powder cut with the.
I don't know. Hey. To me, that's giving meth. I don't think that's some anger. Does cocaine cause major anger? I mean, I don't know. I've never done it, but like.
I don't know.
I think it was giving like meth to me. I don't know.
What I understand, you don't be forgetting
also,
shit when
all
you go
those
to blow.
little like, dots and stuff all over his skin kind of gives meth face. I'm just saying.
Hey, listen, I don't know what all I know is this. The only thing I know about that powder is when you drunk, you take 2 bumps, you are wide awake and you can drive 45 minutes from Boca back down to Fort Lauderdale while everybody is pissed drunk. And then you can stop at the stop sign at the end of the block and say, hey, guys, it's wearing off. Somebody else needs to take over. And then I'll jump in the front seat and just drive us to 8 houses and park properly. That's the only thing I know about powder. Never done it before in my life, but that's where we're going to leave that there. I don't know what kind of substances Cuz was on where you could take bear mace to the face and still be ready for that action. Enough so you
That's
could
why I
stomp out
said
a,
math.
you
But
will own
somebody
it.
else said bath salts. I could see that too.
Now, I don't know, but that dust do sound like it. Hey, we saw what that dust did to Smokey. Had him in Debo chicken coop, sweating like a slave.
And itching. Just
Look, Q for life is bad. Let's see. Tiny, shut your ass up with them jailbird curtains up. Even ESPN analysts said that boy was pressured over 37 times that game, but that's FS poo education for you. Hey Q.
Q for Life did not go to Miami either.
Hey Q. Let me
Because
explain something to you.
otherwise he would have like a brain surgery he needs to get to right now. And we
Hey
know he
Q.
doesn't.
Here's what I want you to do, Q. I want you to go on Twitter. You can see my handle right there. It's at Enderpoke.
Mhm.
I want you to go on Twitter. You can find me. Okay? Shoot me a DM. I'm going to send you a video so that you can watch that video. And when you see how many times they actually gave them pressures when there were no pressures, when it was a designed QB run, I want you to then shut the fuck up and go shit in your hand. Okay? That's what you can do. As for my curtains, these are the curtains in my guest room. Your guest room is not supposed to be comfortable, baby. Your guest room is supposed to look like jail so that the guests don't want to stay very long, motherfucker. That's what you do. See, but you live in your mama's basement, so you don't understand the thought process that goes with simple decorations. There is nothing fun in this office, in this room here. There's nothing fun in this room. All right? It is a desk. It is some jailhouse curtains. It is one pillow and one sheet. So when your ass tries to stay at my house for longer than one night, you're like, I need to go back to where the fuck I normally rest my head. This is purely a, you got too drunk to go home, so I'm going to give you a place to rest your head until you sober up, and then you can get the fuck out room. That's what this is. You, on the other hand, have been sleeping in that same shitty ass basement since you were 16 years old. The same sock that you've been crusting over while you're handling yourself is probably right there standing on its own on top of the desk that you're in front of. I'm going to need you to be better. Okay, Q? Okay,
Well,
Pumpkin?
I would, as a Miami fan, Q should be used to guest rooms because they play in a guest house.
Ooh.
And so the locker rooms are technically guest rooms, correct? I'm just asking because it isn't your room.
And the stadium is owned by the Seminole tribe.
Yeah, like let's just be for real here. Let's not be hating on other people's homes. Again, Miami fans love to hate on other people's homes when they don't have one. That's
Hey,
insane.
listen. They be living in 1-1s, and it'd be like $1,800 a month for a 1-1.
I saw Miami fans sitting here going, "Dope Campbell is this, Dope Campbell is that." I'm like, you don't have one. You know that, right? You gotta show up on Saturday mornings and go get the keys from the super so that y'all can come in and practice and bullshit and do walkthroughs. What are you talking about?
And listen, I know who Q is. I've seen Q with my own two eyes suck the fingers of a dude so that he can get the Dorito dust off.
Stop it.
I've
I'm
seen
not
him
doing
do
this.
it. He had both fingers in there like he was a newborn on a titty. Just
where was
he wanted that Dorito
now I'm
dust.
concerned about what you're up to.
Hey, I was standing in the corner of the club, but I seen it with my own two eyes. So I'm gonna need him to be better. Here go Giovanni Foster. I knew this. I was trying to get out of him before he got his punk ass in the chat. Hello, Giovanni. Hello, Mr. Foster. Anyway,
oh my God.
So Mark Sanchez caught the poker after being on that powder or whatever it was, allegedly. And now we're gonna find out what the rest of that story is. But I thought that was absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
But it's amazing. And to be a celebrity that goes into one of these cities, right? And then, they set out this like press report, whatever, and they're like, oh my God, he's been stabbed, he's in critical condition, blah, blah, blah. And then he gets arrested in his hospital bed. Like, this is great. Where was the cameras? Why do y'all have cameras? Shit. We need to see this. And Law and Order will have an episode about this bullshit in like 3 weeks tops.
I know.
3 weeks.
I know.
It'll be ripped from the headlines.
They've had it a
This
few times.
sportscaster, oh, this isn't based on any real stories. It's like,
Yeah, facts in this are purely coincidental. Nigga, please. His name's gonna be Sark Ranchez or some shit like that. They go, Sark Ranchez. Oh man, he plays for the New York Hets. I can't believe it. The guy used to be great. I gambled on him 60. That's how they do that shit. That should be hilarious. That should be hilarious. That's what it's gonna be. They're gonna get his ass. But no, that's terrible. Giovanni, bro, we already touched on that game, but if you want
Yeah,
to
we
do that,
did. Like,
do
I'm
that.
sorry.
Yeah,
Welcome.
Late.
Thanks for watching, but like, we're not going back to that. You're gonna have to rewind.
And you also wrong because Tony White did make changes. The players just aren't. They're just not good enough. Miami has better players than we do. So we already went over that though. So you need to rewind about an hour back. Anyway, you got anything else you want to talk about, lady? Before I start roasting some more of these people.
No, I don't think so. I guess we could say like, what's wrong with Texas? They aren't good, like at all.
They overrated as fuck. They got the same problem.
That's a
we
bad
got.
team.
No.
They don't have the same problem we got. Absolutely not. No, they don't. No, they don't. They have 5 stars all over that goddamn field.
Right.
They don't have the same problem we got. They have a problem with the fact that their coach is probably back into this. He
Allegedly.
read all of his headlines, all the things. Texas was ranked #1 in the goddamn country. They don't have the same problem we got. They don't have shit. They don't have that problem.
No. You're correct in terms of talent. I was saying they have the same problem that we have in the fact that their quarterback is holding that team back. If they had a better quarterback,
that's not what we were told.
No, you're 100% right. 100% right. That quarterback is killing them. It's killing them. I'll tell you this right now. I bet if you put Tommy on that Texas team, they wouldn't be losing these games. I bet Tommy. I bet he'll be better.
I don't think so. No, I think Arch Manning looks like he's like seeing ghosts 24/7.
100%.
I don't think the coaching at Texas is great. I'm sorry. I don't see their defense doing a whole lot. I don't see their offense doing a whole lot. Their offensive line is god awful.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know if Texas should, use their scholarships to pay for the insurance money they're going to have to, dole out to poor Arch, who also is god awful. He's what's that Peyton? What's the other Manning? Was it Elliott or something? And then his dad, Preston.
No, what was
Preston?
Preston
is his dad. I'm sorry. You should have taken Peyton's son, Eli, maybe, whatever, but Preston? Really? And then we're going to start just anointing this kid as the next Peyton Manning? No. He's his dad's son. He should be running a Fortune 500, and, losing people's money doing that. That's what his dad does. I'm just saying.
Jen,
what?
He was going to go that route, and then when he started wearing his Warby Parker glasses, he was able to see the field better.
He needs LASIK. Jameis got LASIK. Although, to be fair,
he can read the playbook now.
I think Jameis was better squinting.
100%.
I think he was better. I think he was better squinting.
100%. The commercials make me laugh. He's like, I was going to do this and this, but then when I started wearing my Warby Parker glasses, I was able to read a defense. Nigga,
and
what?
Most Warby Parker glasses are for hipsters that wear glasses they don't need.
Facts.
They wear like glass, it's not like a real prescription glasses. These are just hipster losers. And here's Arch Manning. Sign me up. Like, ugh.
Hey, Giovanni, we ain't never hype up Arch or Lagway all season. Don't play with me.
Hell no. I have never hyped up Arch Manning.
Definitely ain't say no bullshit like that. I ain't never hyped up now one of them. I laughed at both of their ass. That ain't never been us. But that's hilarious. Two things y'all need to learn about Jen. All right. She hates Tennessee fans. And for some reason, she can't stand Sark. I don't know why. I don't know what Sark did. She don't like Sark at all.
I think he's overrated. I think he's overrated. I think he fails up. I've never seen anything like someone fail up as much as Sark has. He gets fired for being a drunk at USC, goes to work for Nick Saban, really kind of, I don't know. I guess he did okay. Then gets this job at Texas, and everybody's like, oh my God, isn't he great? No, he's still the same coach that fucked up at USC. He's just not drinking. Like, what are you talking about? He's not a great coach. Just because someone stops drinking doesn't turn them into, it makes them less fun, yes. But, like, they're not all of a sudden better at their job.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm over here crying. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. He might not be on the sauce, but cuz be sweaty. You ever notice that? He always look greasy as fuck.
Yes.
Like, why you always look greasy like that?
That's
like,
the alcohol coming out of his pores.
Oh, his name was Cooper. His name was Cooper Manning.
Oh, is it Cooper, not Preston? Okay.
Had to give up football because of stenosis in his spine. Well, thank you, Nurse May. That is awesome. I'm proud of you, girl.
Texas Tech, good for them. They keep paying the bills. I don't know.
Like, you might want to keep your eye on Texas Tech, Giovanni, because that's where the shames are going to be once all this conference realignment happens. Y'all going to be right in the Big 12 where y'all deserve to be at. Sorry ass squad. I can't believe we lost to them bitch ass. Ugh. Anyway.
What level of high school did Arch participate in? I don't think it was a great one. I really don't. I think that's also been the problem. I'd need to look it up, but I don't think. Whose wife is from Tally?
Who wife y'all got from Tally?
Sark's.
I don't know. But if she from up there, she might be bad, dog. I gave y'all credit, Giovanni.
Oh my God, you're just late.
Credit. You should go back. I started the show legitimately with like 30 straight seconds of giving you praise. I said you won. Enjoy your victory. You deserve to say okay.
Sark's wife is from
Tally. Let me look her up real quick. Hey, somebody in the chat, put her name. Let me look her up real quick. See what Sark working with. See what he done snatched. Steve Sarkeesian. Damn, that was the first thing that popped up over here. Wait, hold on. Who the fuck is that? Okay, so, all right, okay. Oh wait, no, that's the old one. That's the first one.
Oh, the first wife.
Okay. This is the. Who the fuck is this? Is this the rip? Oh, he got him a little sus. Oh yeah, yes sir. Okay, all right, Sark. I ain't giving you no garbage, bro. I see you. I see you. Sark got you a little. Okay.
He failed up again, didn't he? He failed up again.
And she ran track. And she ran track too. Oh
good
yes,
for
sir.
Her.
Oh yes, sir. Okay, Sark. I see you. You've got jungle fever.
He's probably cheating on her. Just saying.
All right, and on that note, shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody watching this on Twitter. Please drop that like and that subscribe. Shout out to all of everybody for pulling up. Thank y'all for pulling up. We're going to be back here again next week. Mike Norvell going to get us a dub. Going to beat Pitt. He better beat Pitt, or I'm already writing my Mike Gotta Leave speech, and I'm going to preach in front of his house like I'm Martin Luther King. I'm telling you right now. I might even do it like Malcolm X. Look, I already got the glasses to go with it. So we ready to go. All right. We didn't land on Florida State. Florida State landed on. I'm telling you. Anyway, and of course, shout out to my beautiful co-host, my FSU Harley Quinn, wearing her doily shirt. I love it, girl. Still got your shoulder meat out. Go Noles, baby. Go Noles.